Okay. Yeah, the energies are already present, as you might feel, very strong. Um, it was also fascinating because I tried to get on um, Zoom, but the first two times it just didn't work today. I don't know why. But exactly when the clock turned 9 o'clock, the energy increased even more. I don't know why this is happening, but it's very interesting. So the energies are on time. Yeah, great. Okay. So I'm gonna tune in and look what I can share today. Yeah, interesting. So today I'm seeing or getting the information that it seems like quite a few people right now are experiencing stress and anxiety, especially more than usual. That our Western lives are stressful. That's, I guess, kind of normal these days. But apparently, this is just something that increases. So if stress and anxiety has been there for people before, or that are um, that you what's the word? Yeah, that you easily can tap into stress or anxiety, um, then it seems right now it's increasing. And the energy is just saying that it's really because in general the energies that are in the collective are extremely strong, and they are like, when we do individual healings, they bring in the low vibrational stuff like out in the collective, but also in the individual, like it's not just for us who are doing this work, but in general for people. And so there is more stress and anxiety in the field as usual. And then, it's easier to, let's say, vibrate to these vibrations than usual. And yeah, and what I'm getting is really, it's a, let's say, a wake up call to understand that we need to cut back on activities, on things we should do, must do, have to do, on, we do so many things. And this actually came in I think it was in the last session before Christmas, like the resting. We need to rest more. So it seems like it comes up again. And it's just very important, a very important topic, because um, the more stress and anxieties in the field, um, of course, the less it's possible to get in touch with the true nature, because these energies are so loud and so dominant. And the whole human system just buys into them, of course. The mind turns on, there are more thoughts, then there are more emotions, and in general, the nervous system is turned on a lot more than usual. Yeah, and then this is this very uh, big loop that many of you probably know, that more thoughts, more emotions, more stress, and so forth. And how we can get out of it, yes, it's connecting to high vibration energies. This is what you all can do, but also really looking into looking into your day, and seeing, what do I do, what's actually necessary, and what do I do additionally, what I don't have to do, for example. So um, decrease the amount of things we do because we think we need to do them. um, and yes, sometimes it's not possible because you have a family or there is work, um, and it's not possible to get out of there. But then it's more like looking, okay, what kind of energy patterns are there that causes the stress? Because often, many times, it's not really the work itself, it's really the resistance to it, or just the energies of must and should and so forth. I should be better, I should work harder, or whatever, that increases this stress. Also wanting to be perfect at what we're doing, or we want to impress our boss or whatever, just examples there. So there are a lot of, these would be those energies, like we do extra, we hop on these certain energies where we wouldn't even have to do them, wouldn't have to hop on them, because the work would be good without them as well, or even better. So they just hold us back, basically. So this is very important, just doing less of what we think we have to do, because yeah, it's just old structures. So that's very important. And then there's the trust coming in. I mean, the energy of trust is coming in right away, but in general, knowing or trusting at first and then knowing that things are working themselves out right now in us individuals on the awakening path and also on the collective. This is just how it is. And it's just gonna, like, that the working out eventually smooths down, or it gets easier, it gets simpler, it gets yeah, less stressful, less fearful, and so forth. So just knowing these processes have to be there, because often otherwise we wouldn't, like, if you will live a comfortable life and everything is perfect, we wouldn't be here probably. Like, you wouldn't want to change, you wouldn't want to go through a transformation. We would just continue the life as it is, right? And um, yeah, and these energies, they just stir up stuff in us and in the collective so that change can happen. And just trusting this process, even though it's sometimes uncomfortable, um, and not what we probably prefer sometimes, but really, okay, it's this process, and what we can do is reduce stress, reduce worries, connect to things that we prefer, that are good for us, um, and connect to high vibration energies, do these meditations, do spiritual practices that are in resonance with you. Yeah, and that's just very important, because, and this also came out in this week as well already in another group, and I love this, is that the change, so the transformation for us individuals and also for Earth is always happening through us. So it never happens to us or to the world, it happens through us. So we have this amazing possibility here with doing this work to be the change, not just for ourselves, but for everybody. And yeah, and we can do this in the best possible way if we kind of look into the things what I just shared. So into this getting out of the stress and the anxiety. Yeah, and it's so beautiful because there are these calming energies present. And the energies that are coming in, they're really supporting this process. So they carry us through this sometimes more stressful times, or more um, yeah, stressful times. So we looked after, we supported, yeah, and just trusting the process. Yeah, and there is already the beautiful energies giving us this experience of trust and just feeling, I guess, held, so that we can just move forward and yeah, be fine. Okay. Yeah, and one more thing. Because we are mostly so busy, not just by doing things, but also in our thoughts and emotions and energies in the system, but in general, like, we are so busy. And when we start becoming slower, naturally the system is more balanced, and also we are more in touch with our true nature. So we are working on bringing the aspects of the true nature forward, so then it's just more, we can experience it more. And then also the information, the true nature is that what gives us the information, what's the next step, or it's the energy, it's the information, the field, but comes through the true nature. It shows us the next step. It just gives us, yeah, it basically just gives us information of what to do and how to do things, where the mind, the mind often tries to figure out things or to look for solutions, but it can't really find them. But then when we are more, when we slow down and there is more space for information to come forward, and we receive this information, it's always useful, and it's easy because then we just act on this information, and then it's usually something that's very supported, that goes easy, and then this flow happening, what I'm talking about a lot, this just unfolding of everyday life experience. Everything just comes in what's needed in the present moment. And the more we rest, or the less we have stress, the more this can come in. So yeah, it's probably a reminder for many because you already know that, but I think it's just good to hear this over and over again, because we tend to again fall into old habits. All right. Okay. That was the sharing. Yeah, and then let's start with the meditation. So for people who haven't been here before, we do a 15-minute meditation where first half is guided, and then the second half is silent sitting. And what you can do is just sit back, relax, meditate along, and close your eyes and be very comfortable. So be as comfortable as possible and allow the energies to work on your system, transform your system. And afterwards is a little bit of time where you can ask questions and we can chat. Okay. Have a sip. Okay, let's start. I start with opening up the energy field. Bring in light. Then I expand the energy field. Expanding the energy field helps to hold more light in the system, and also more awareness comes with that as well. So I'm expanding. And the energy field can always be more expanded. It's a never-ending process. We can always carry more light. And light is higher information, and this information is transforming our system and also our life experience. Then I fill up the expanded space with light. Then I clear surface energies. Surface energies are all these energies that are floating around the top of our system. So energies you were exposed to over the past 1 or 2 days, just energies playing out, energy patterns, emotions. These are just part of the human system, so they're there, that's fine. But that the human nature can, the true nature can already start coming forward, or we can experience it more, we need to remove those surface energies. And then behind there is the silence, the stillness, the clarity, the peace, and that's always there. So looking into life or experiencing life from this level, from the peace and so forth, is a whole different story compared experiencing life through all the movement. It's a totally different experience. And there's an energy coming in for more peace. So in general, that first of all, the true nature is shining forward, but also that the system receives more peace, also more silence, more clarity. So that's also coming in from the energies. And every cell of the body is picking up on these vibrations, starts vibrating to that, and then the whole system is experiencing it. Feels really nice, doesn't it? Then I also clear energies out of the mind. Just stuck energy on the level of the mind is responsible for having just non-stop thoughts, like this loop of thoughts, just ongoing mind chatter. It's not needed. So I clear. The energies on the level of the mind. More light is entering, and also this peace and silence energy enters the level of the mind, and also then that level is benefiting. And when the surface energies are cleared and high vibrational energies are present, then the body starts to feel like the body really likes them. So there is this feeling of well-being in the body. The body relaxes more, and more light is entering because of that. Then I open up the central energy channel. This is where life energy flows through the system, from the root to the crown chakra. And we want to have as much life energy flowing as possible, always increasing the flow. I mean, with this work, it's always increasing anyways. You know, the more we open up, expand the system, so heal and clear energies, automatically more life energy flows. So accelerate the life energy. And help it to flow more. And around us, there is like a little field being created. very interesting. And it's like a, okay, or a, yeah, little field or like a bubble. So we're in this bubble where we're not as influenced by the energies that are present right now, especially the ones that are causing the stress. Maybe you can even feel this bubble or this field. Yes, it has like it's like a circle, so I can feel the ends of it, but it's just very nice to be in here. And the energy in here is, I need to find words how to describe it, but it's like there is a lot more space um, so energy is information, light is information, and when there is a lot of energies present that causes stress or just where there's a lot of information in it, it feels a little bit more stressful. But here in this field, it's like there is a lot less, there are lights present, or there is a lot less information in it. And so it feels very nice. Although, yes, we like those, let's say, more challenging energies because they help us to grow. But for now, it seems it's important to have a space where we can rejuvenate. The nervous system can rejuvenate the whole system, but also the nervous system specifically. Yeah, and it's also very possible that your life experience is not that stressful, but still the system is receiving the energies that are present in a collective, or we're part of it. So let's sit with this for 2-3 minutes in silence, just that the system can absorb. Yeah, beautiful. Then I open up the energy field more. Bring in more light. And then I pull you a little bit deeper into the meditation. Pull you deeper and deeper. So please follow me. Just allow yourself to be pulled deeper. Feels really nice as well. It pulls you in a state where the experience of the body vanishes. And this reality, and with that, your life story and everything just starts dissolving slowly but steadily. I pull you deeper and deeper. Also, when we are in a deeper meditation and the energies are present, it's very helpful for the body because you can rejuvenate even more. And there are energies present right now. They'll help when, we get up from this meditation, move through our everyday life experience again. They're gonna help us to become aware of what is causing us stress. And often, and I see this very interesting, often we're not even aware that we're experiencing stress because we're so used to it. Like our systems are so used to stress that it just is the normal. And energies that are present, they help us to become aware of it so that we can act on it, change it, whatever. Yeah, very interesting. So right now our systems are beautifully quiet. There's less or hardly anything going on, and the light is coming in. So I see just many, many different channels of light right now. So you, everybody here, but I'm shown on Earth. I'm shown where basically where people are, and then they are like this. We have this saying in German, "Da fällt in der Brandung." Not sure what this means in English. It's like, when you have like a shore and there's these big rocks and the water hits the rocks, but the rock does move. So we're representing this right now. And by having a quiet system and bringing in this light into the collective, which is happening right now, I see that. So it really looks like that when there are these collective energies and they're very strong and they're overtaking for many people, but then they hit these lights. It's not just us, there are a lot of other people also doing this kind of work, but we are also doing it. And then they break. So these energies, or they split up and they lose strength. So that's really amazing. And this is what I'm shown in general. So yes, if we do the healing, clearing work, expand consciousness, and so forth, we are helping everybody in the collective. Not just our own system is being transformed, but we help everybody else as well. But also very important, having this, I just call it the quiet system, so where there's less going on or hardly anything, so less stress, anxiety, and so forth, or no stress and anxiety and so forth. And being connected to the light, which everybody is here, then this influences first of all Earth a lot. So Earth is benefiting energetically, and also people. And I also see when there is, so there's not really darkness, but just to see when there is light, and what is not of light is dark. So just from that perspective. So one person who has a quiet system and receives the light is shining the light like in the surrounding, but it's like a very big surrounding. Like, so let's say maybe a town and even bigger in that kind of way, compared to where are contracted systems and there's hardly any light. So one light lights up quite a large area, if we can say it like that. So really, really amazing. So more light is coming in. Maybe you can feel like the light is very, today is more like it targets really the chakras, so it moves through our system. It's not so expanded as usual. It's more like a beam, very precise, because when it's more focused, it's stronger. Another way to describe it would be, you are in a dark room and they have a candle, and it only needs one candle to actually light a room, even though it's still not like fully lit, but you kind of can see stuff. So that's a similar situation here, and that's enough. Yeah, so let's sit with this for the next 25 minutes in silence while we are holding these beams of light or bringing them in for the collective. Of course, our systems are being worked on. And especially when these lights are so strong and so focused, they do a lot for us as well. So that's great. Okay. Enjoy. Okay.